Now we can add some data to our database. For that I am going to modify our post method name first. It will be user, add user with the address. So we are expecting an address object also inside our user object from Swagger. That's important. Now we can modify our user object first. User dot address, and we can give ID, which will go. This is a primary key we are setting. Now we can set foreign key as well for the address. That will be user ID, right? So the user ID will be this user ID, because so let copy paste that also. This step is very important. Make sure that this user ID is passing here. Now we are ready to go. We can run our project. So this is our output. We can go to API users. Here we can set our data. Before doing that, we have to make some more modification. Then only we able to pass correct data. So I'm going to the code again. It's a simple one actually. Go to the user model collection, user model table, and make this as nullable. That means it will be treated as a nullable value, so it's not required by the time we passing the data. So this is important. And for the user address also, I am making this as nullable. So here also, so everything is fine. Now we can continue. So inside post user, we can modify. ID need not be there because we are supplying it from our backend code. First name, anything we can give, and address ID also I am skipping, and address will be like Kerala, and user ID I am skipping because it is coming from our backend, and this user object also I am skipping. Okay, now I think we are ready to make sure we are entering the data in correct format. Avoid the comma also. Now we can insert. We got an error. Let's see what it is. Let us check our database first. Select and show table data. So the data has been inserted, but the error is coming from the Swagger, I believe. So we can modify that by installing some packages also. So we can install that package. I will show you how. So we can install this Microsoft .NET Core MVC Newton Soft JSON. So go to the package manager console. Just install JSON. Accept, and it is inserted. Make sure it is inserted. Yeah, it is installed basically. So we can modify our program class also with some minor code. Basically this is the code. What I am trying to achieve is I am ignoring the reference loop, because basically what we are doing is we are avoiding a situation where an endless loop is happening. Like in the case of serialization, when user has the user address and the user address has a user object, so it will create some problem when serializing the object. That's why we are getting this error. So we can easily fix this error by installing this package, and just modify your program class with this code. Basically this will disable the reference looping. Okay, now we are ready to go. We can once again run our project. So the output is here. Now we can test it by using some test data. As I mentioned earlier, we can skip our ID and we can skip a user ID as well, because we are supplying it from the backend, and just give some name like Vishnu, and this time I am giving some local address also, Kollam district, and the address ID will be removed because we are supplying it from backend. Let us test this value, and user object also I am removing because user is there, right? Now we can test it. As you can see, our data has been inserted. See here, you can see that. We can run again and we can insert one more data. The output is here. Now we can change some value. This time I am inserting another person name, like let's say Vipin. User object also I am removing. This comma also I am removing. Now we can execute it. It is inserted. Go to SQL Server and just execute this query again. See, the data is there. And for the user also we have data. Select this one also. We can see Vipin, and he has an ID with the last digit 96AP. And for the user address, if we select this one also, we have last letter 96AP. So this is the address for user ID for Vipin, and he has a address column. So this is how we insert the data. Now we can get the data. So let's see how we can do that. For getting data from the database, I am using this get all user method. I am modifying it. First, let us see what happened. We run this code. So let's run again. This is a user. Now try it out. As you can see here, there is address is null, but we have that relation there, but we are not getting the address. We are not getting the address for Vishnu or address for Vipin. Nothing is happening. So what we need to do is, we need to modify this one with a simple word include. Basically this will include your relation. So I am going to include the address relation. So x dot address, right? Now we can run again. Let us run our Git API. This user Vishnu Kumar, he has an address. See, it is pulling the address from address table also. And if you check this one also, for the Vipin, the address is there. For first two table, first two entry, there is no relation there, so that's why it is not showing. So this is how we get the data from database. Thank you.